One thing we have to get clear, and you can quote me on this, okay? Decent black people, like I said at the beginning, who love themselves, love their black skin, love their black brothers and sisters, who love their community, who understand their past, loves their present, and is trying to build a better future. Those kind of folks. None of them support in any way, shape, or form. I need you to listen right here. None of these black folks support any way, shape, or form the rap culture that we have today. And if you understand anything about rap or hip hop, and I'm pretty sure Matt Walsh knows nothing, that's not even a conversation. So one thing that I've noticed ever since I kind of really got my feet into the whole political realm and trying to make a change for myself and for my people, for my culture, my community, I've noticed one thing, and I'm glad Mr. Matt Walsh, he brought this up. So now this really gives me an opportunity to explain this, okay? There's two different types of black people. We have a group of people who do not care, who are uneducated on purpose. They do not care about nothing or no one but themselves. Then you have a group of people, which is, in my opinion, a more larger group of black folks who understand their history, who understand where they come from, who they are as a people, and where they want to see themselves in the future. They're educated. They love their people. They love their culture. They love their black skin. Those are the people that I think needs to be more focused on. But individuals like Mr. Matt Walsh, when Jason Aldean dropped his racist song, Try That in a Small Town or something like that, this guy wanted to try to compare rappers with Jason, and he seems to be a little confused on why, you know, why black people love to glorify rap music but have an issue with Jason Aldean's country song. So let's go ahead and watch a few minutes of his video and let's have that conversation.
As you've probably noticed, the music industry is a degenerate wasteland full of semi-literate drug addicts who spew vulgarity and ugliness all over the culture like a never-ending stream of projectile vomit. For just one example, of course, one of the most talked about songs of the summer, called Pound Town, has the performer Sexy Red graphically describing her various orifices in the very first lines of the song, and it's all...
Orifices? First off, let me add, because maybe you forget, but there is a lot of country songs where they're talking about being lonely and depressed, want to kill themselves, and sleeping with their sister and their cousins. So, I mean, like, it seems like in any genre of music, you're going to have the ones you're not too proud of. And I'm pretty sure Matt Walsh knows a lot about those country songs. So let me just add that in there.
Downhill from there. This is what passes for music in modern times. And if you criticize any of it, if you object to any of this filth, no matter how aggressively disgusting, stupid, and morally deranged it is, you are dismissed as a prude. If you do not want these morons and perverts to dump this audible sewage directly into your child's eardrums, then you're nothing more than a fainting church lady clutching your pearls. The media will join in this course, of course, insisting that the music you object to is somehow actually artistically brilliant. Sure, the average hit song these days sounds like it was written in crayon on a piece of toilet paper by an emotionally disturbed adult who still wears Velcro shoes, but you're...
I'm just saying, doesn't that sound more like a country singer? I mean, honest, like, they're all emotional. They all love their cars more than their girls because I don't know why they don't like women, but and they're always crying about they woman leaving them. And they always want to ride on the tractor. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Once again, it sounds like he's kind of reflecting a little bit, but, you know, I digress.
Supposed to love all of it and never criticize any of it, or else you are nothing more than a puritanical scold. But there are exceptions to this rule. Every once in a while, the very people who love and defend the most heinous and disgusting music imaginable will encounter a song that they deem offensive. They go from calling everyone else pearl clutchers to clutching their own pearls. Suddenly, they're the ones fanning themselves and fainting. These are always interesting and informative moments, and we happen to be experiencing one right now. The song that has provoked the wrath of the sorts of people who regularly celebrate the most demented and hideous and artistically irredeemable music ever made is from country star Jason Aldean, and it's called Try That in a Small Town. This song, we are informed, is deeply offensive. I mean, it's probably the most offensive song that's been made this century based on the reaction. So prepare yourself. Here's a quick sample. Directing this.
All right, so I don't know if I can play the clip of the song being played because I don't want to get in trouble by the YouTube because, copyright stuff like that. So, if you want to, I'm pretty sure if you're a racist defender, you already downloaded the song and probably watched the video like a million times. So you already seen it. So let's go ahead and continue.
It said those who sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjack an old lady at a red light, or pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. And warning that if they behave this way in a small town, they won't make it down the road because, as he says, folks in small towns take care of their own and don't put up with that kind of nonsense. Now, as someone who lived in a town of fewer than 3,000 before moving to Nashville, I can confirm that this is basically how it works in my experience in small towns. Where I lived, I never heard of anyone getting carjacked or sucker punched on a sidewalk. Violent crime was virtually non-existent. And this was all not in spite of, but at least partially because everybody legally owned multiple firearms. It was certainly not uncommon to hear gunshots coming from your neighbor's property, not because any crime was being committed, but because they were, out back doing target practice or in the woods hunting for deer. These were not the sorts of people you wanted to carjack or randomly assault on the sidewalk, which is why that sort of thing rarely, if ever, happened. That's what Jason Aldean was trying to convey in his song, along with conveying that there's a sense of community that you can find in a lot of these towns that oftentimes you don't find in the bigger cities, which is also, in my experience, true.
All right, so once again, it's weird how individuals like Matt Walsh will try to flip it into a sense that only in these small towns there's a sense of community, a sense of taking care of our own, and just looking out for one another. Like the small towns, which is hence like like small white towns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clear in the data that a lot of black folks live in cities. So when they say, the city people, people who live in it, who do you think they're talking about? Who do you think they're talking about? So I mean, let's stop trying to use this like passive language, like, folks like us in small towns. Like, come on. I know what you're saying, but he makes it seem as if black people don't have a sense of community, don't have a sense of looking out for one another, have a sense of, hey, let me take care of you and you take care of me if I ever need help. Is that just a white person thing? Is that just a Republican thing? Is that just a outer city type of thing? No, it's not, because I lived in a city my whole entire life, and that is true. It is the sense of community depending on you and the folks around you. So once again, he's trying to set up the argument as if it's only a one-sided conversation, and it's not. Oh, man.
But of course, somehow this is all, for some reason, offensive to many people on the left. As mentioned, there has been a deafening cry of outrage against this song. Many tweets like this from a woman named Reverend Dr. Jackie Lewis, who is insufferable based on the fact that she front loads her name with multiple titles. But she posted, "There's no non-racialized way to write a song about lynching. When Jason Aldean sings, 'See how far you make it down the road,' it invokes a very particular legacy." Another viral post agrees, Nobody could be shocked by Jason Aldean writing a racist as F song. Him and his skanky wife hang out with Trump and dress their kids in anti-Biden clothing. The song is as as he is. Many more posts, where these came from, all of a similar tone and theme. The Daily Beast slammed Aldean with this headline: Jason Aldean catches heat for racist pro-gun lyrics, a modern lynching song. The outlet claims that the song is not just a statement of Aldean's personal politics, but a disturbing call to arms, quote unquote. They accuse the singer of, quote, suggesting that he's gearing up for a race war. And by the way, their evidence for that accusation, that he mentions a race war in the song, is they quote this lyric from the song. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. So the Daily Beast sees a race war in that line somehow. I don't see it, but I guess this is like the leftist version of finding Jesus in a piece of toast. I don't know. As we get deeper into the summer, it's...
Of course, he's going to sell his Bible apps and stuff. And it's just weird how they kind of can quickly segue into an ad that's like, hey, we love Jesus still. Like, after all the crazy, ignorant things you just said. Okay, so one thing we have to get clear, and you can quote me on this, okay? Decent black people, like I said at the beginning, who love themselves, love their black skin, love their black brothers and sisters, who love their community, who understand their past, loves their present, and is trying to build a better future. Those kind of folks. None of them support in any way, shape, or form. I need you to listen right here. None of these black folks support any way, shape, or form the rap culture that we have today. And if you understand anything about rap or hip hop, and I'm pretty sure Matt Walsh knows, that's not even a conversation. It started off as one thing and it slowly shifted into another because of money, essentially, because of greed, because of no self-worth, because of no just morals or ethics, just money. So they sell what they want to sell. No conscious, awakened, knowledgeable, intellectual black person does not condone anything rap has to offer. I have no idea why he's trying to generalize black folks as this is the music that we love and hold dear and we live by. No. I haven't listened to rap since 2012. I listened to a lot of Christian rap and a lot of R&B. I don't condone it. I don't listen to it. I don't want to rot in the inside of myself with the poison that rap music puts out. He's right about that. But one thing I think that he kind of misses, or maybe he doesn't understand or he doesn't know, but I'm here to educate him on this. Little does he know, the biggest supporters of rap music today is white folks. Like, is that shocking to you? White folks are the biggest consumers of rap music. Why? Matt Walsh, why? Maybe you need to speak to the choir.Maybe you need to preach to the choir, because a lot of folks, and I talk to a lot of black folks, okay? Like, I'm around a lot of my people, okay? We don't listen to that and or condone it in any capacity. So if white people are the ones consuming a lot of the toxic, the poison that rap has to offer, then who is to blame that it's such a mainstreamable resource? Because it's not enough black folks in America to make it mainstream like it is. It's only like 13 million of us. And we all don't even listen to the same stuff. So if we got all 13 million people to support rap music, it still wouldn't be mainstream. I mean, we support reparations. I don't see, that happening, like, obviously. So shouldn't Matt Walsh's tone should be like, hey, my white brothers and sisters, why are we trying to pretend to live a lifestyle that these rappers are selling us? Because we know these 9 times out of 10, these rappers ain't living the lifestyle that they're proclaiming in their songs. So why, and I'm Matt Walsh right now, why are my white brothers and sisters trying to live in a fantasy world where you're black? Maybe it's because that's the closest experience you're going to get living in those shoes. So they try to take in the music, try to take in the culture, try to walk and talk and act like us. But at the end of the day, they don't care about us, but that's another conversation. So, Mr. Matt Walsh, why is white folks the biggest consumers of rap music? I don't know. So maybe we need to reevaluate, take another look at what you just said, because black folks ain't down with the nonsense that a lot of this rap music puts out. And you can see my past videos. I am an advocate of disbanning, taking out in any way, shape, or form music that depicts black people as how they depict it in the movies and the songs today. If you're one of these individual rappers who want to take advantage of you being black so you can try to make some quick money by making us look like we're all thugs, we're all drug dealers, we're all, just the worst people you can imagine, you are not black no more, and I do not want you in my culture. That simple. So I mean, Matt Walsh, who are you talking to? So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny how he's trying to make it seem like, black folks is all just trying to, praise and parade gangster rap. And it's like, maybe if you spoke to decent, actual black people, maybe you might learn something. But, he just hangs around the Candace Owens and the Officer Tatums, and, they're kissing his white ass every single day, I'm pretty sure. But if you think I'm wrong, if you think, all black people love gangster rap because we're inherently just beasts and we're inherently evil and we can't be tamed in a civilized manner, and you're a racist, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, and like always, let's have that conversation.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.